So the rumors were true, it finally happened. Justin Faulk has been traded away from the Carolina Hurricanes. Now this all started earlier today when news broke that Justin Faulk was not practicing with the Carolina Hurricanes. He wasn't involved in their scrimmage or anything. And usually when this happens and a player is healthy, that could mean something is going to happen, as in a trade. And that is exactly what happened. Justin Faulk has been traded to the St. Louis Blues along with a 2020 5th round pick in exchange for defenseman Joel Edmondson, prospect Dominic Bach, and a 2021 7th round pick. Now, along with acquiring Justin Faulk via trade, they also signed him to a new contract extension, 7 years, $45.5 million, so an annual average of $6.5 million. And honestly, I think that is a fair salary for Justin Faulk, maybe a little bit of an overpayment, but the St. Louis Blues definitely can't afford to give him that much, and he is going to bring a lot to their top four. They now have a decor. They have guys like Pietrangelo, they have Vince Dunn, Justin Faulk, and Colton Parayko. That top four is very, very good, and I really like this move for St. Louis, and it looks like they're trying to go all in and really make another push at winning back-to-back Stanley Cups, because they basically have the same roster as they had this past season, along with now adding Justin Faulk and losing out on defenseman Joel Edmondson. Now, getting into the individual players from this trade, I'm going to start off by looking at it from Carolina's perspective. Everybody knew something was going to happen, and one of their defensemen were going to be traded, especially after they signed Jake Gardner, and now you're getting Joel Edmondson, who is a much more low-maintenance guy than Justin Faulk. He's a reliable player who's probably going to play bottom-pairing minutes on this Carolina team, but again, you couldn't have this many big-name, top four defensemen on your team when you want to have, a smooth-sailing top six in terms of your decor. So I think Joel Edmondson is going to fit right in. He's 26 years old, and he definitely was a solid player for the St. Louis Blues over this past season and throughout the playoffs. Now, they also got prospect Dominic Bach, who was a first-round pick by the St. Louis Blues, and Dominic Bach is definitely a prospect with a lot of upside. Definitely not a guy you should expect to play in the NHL, this year, or probably even next year. Still probably a couple years out, but he is a guy with potential, and it is nice to get a prospect like him in return when you're trading away a guy like Justin Faulk. And now looking at it from St. Louis's perspective, I kind of already touched on it, but their top four is now very solidified, and like I said, it's very good. Justin Faulk is 27 years old. He also comes with that 7-year extension, so it's not a rental move. They want him there for the long haul, because Justin Faulk, if he didn't sign this contract extension, would have been a UFA next summer, and then you never know what could have happened. They could have just gave up Edmondson, Bach, and that 7th round pick for basically nothing if Justin Faulk decided to walk. So it definitely is nice to see them sign him to that contract. He had 35 points this past season in 82 games, was a +9, and had 8 points throughout 15 playoff games for the Carolina Hurricanes. He was a captain at one point for this team, sharing that duty along with Jordan Staal. So this is definitely a good player, and now he's not going to have a lot of pressure on him because Alex Pietrangelo is the bona fide #1 defenseman on this team, and Colton Parayko is probably the bona fide #2, and Justin Faulk now is kind of like the number 3-4 guy on this team, and I really think he can thrive in that role. And in Carolina, I feel like they expected him to be that #1 guy, but it really just is like everybody knew that's Jacob Slavin now, and you could even throw guys like Brett Pesce and Dougie Hamilton ahead of him. And then when they brought in Jake Gardner, that was almost like the writing on the wall. Okay, Justin Faulk is most likely going to be traded before the season does start. So this is definitely an interesting move. I like it for both sides because this had to happen from Carolina, and St. Louis is just bolstering their roster even more to make a run at back-to-back Stanley Cups. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys think about this move, especially if you are a fan of either of these teams. Make sure to let me know down in the comment section, are you happy with the return that Carolina got for Justin Faulk if you are a fan of the Hurricanes? And if you're a fan of the Blues, how do you feel about this? What do you think Justin Faulk can bring to your roster? And if you're just a hockey fan in general like me and you want to talk about it, make sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do have another video planned to drop later on today, so it is going to be a double upload today, so that is definitely some good stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content, and I will see you guys all in the next video.